Hi guys, what's up? We're back with this showmanship and stage presence topic, and this one we're talking about setting up your kit.
Yes.
And how does it look?
Absolutely, and as you can see, you probably can't see Chip right now.
You can't see me.
Because his cymbal is in the way.
Oh, because a cymbal's in the way. I got it.
You know, it seems pretty simple, but you would be surprised how many shows I've been to where you can't see the drummer's face because he's got cymbals in the way or he's got something obstructing his face that he's set up on his kit. Takes no time to make sure that everyone can see you on stage. Now, there's obviously going to be some people that can't on the corners or on the side, depending on the venue, but try to be as clear as you can so you can see the stage and they can see you.
Make sure they can see you, make sure they can see your band members, and think about what it looks like. Again, this goes back to everything we've been talking up so far. What are you seeing and what do you want to see? I'm sure that you don't want to go watch a drummer where you can't see him.
Mm-hmm. Talking about cymbals too, the cymbal height. Now, when you guys practice in your studio, sometimes you have a setup where everything is really easy to get to, and that's totally fine. However, live, do you want the same look?
Yeah, because I can show you if I'm over here. That's one aspect, but if I'm live and I go to my live mode, I personally want the cymbal higher so my arms are more. My arm has to be up and it just looks cooler. For me, it feels better. So when I play live or on videos like this, I want my cymbals up.
Exaggerating the motions.
Exaggerating the motions, getting the sticks up there so everybody can see them.
Yeah, and you'll watch guys like Travis Barker who have crazy arm movements.
Yes.
And it's much more engaging to watch from the audience standpoint. And just lifting your cymbals up a little bit forces you to have bigger arm motions. Now, again, don't do it as a detriment to your playing. If you would rather play the way that you're most comfortable with, that's first and foremost. But this is for those who want to develop their showmanship and their stage presence just a little bit more.
A lot of the more aggressive bands, the guys have parts where they're rocking and they're riding on their crash cymbals. Yeah. And I always think that looks cool, man, because their arm is up and they're just tagging. I love that.
Very cool. We already talked in the last lesson about lighting your kit, but share some thoughts on lighting your drums up.
Lighting the drums up. Well, any kind of accents that you can give your kit visually are going to help you, and lights do the best job. Mm-hmm. All the hardware is cleaned up and your chrome is shiny and reflective, and it just adds that extra depth to the show and the stage if you've taken the time to set it up. It's in the details where you really get that impression. You know, with the big rock star touring drummer guys, they have these techs that go out of their way. I know many drummers who have their techs clean every cymbal at every show just because of the lighting and the reflection that the cymbals add to that whole scene.
Mm-hmm. And with lighting, you can get a lot of custom lighting done these days. You can get LED strips that you can put inside of your hoop of your bass drum. You can, like you were saying before, you can string them up around your cymbal stands.
String them up, yeah. Let's go with the Christmas trees, whatever you're feeling.
Whatever you're feeling. And you know, there's so many options out there, even if it's just going to your local hardware store, buying a little spotlight and shining it on your bass drum head or something like that. There are always options for you. And as a drummer, it's good to think about this, especially if you start playing out, because you don't want to be in the same sea of all the other drummers. You want to stand out.
And acts in Vegas, like the Blue Man Group, do a great job of this. When you go and look at the set design and how the drums are incorporated with the whole thing, it's another level.
Yeah. Now, talking about the kit setup, I once saw a show where the drummer set up completely sideways.
Robert Sweet.
There you go.
Striper.
Yeah. You set it up sideways so now the audience can see you and what you're actually doing behind the kit rather than having all these shells that block your movements and stuff. And it might not be your thing, but it's an idea. And you might want to try it out because if you're a drummer or you're watching the show and you can see exactly what the drummer's doing, I always found that much more entertaining.
The worst thing that happens if you set your kit up a little bit to the side is you get an experience that's different playing live. Mm-hmm. Think about it in practice. Set up when you're practicing with your band as if you're going to go ahead and try it. Figure out where the members are and just give that a try. It might be something that you catch on to because I've done that before and it adds a whole nother element to your experience.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. Practicing what you're going to be doing live in the rehearsal room. I know a lot of times you just practice the songs.
Oh, yeah. And Jack Black with his gig simulator.
Yeah.
You know, you maybe not that far, but it's a really good idea to practice as if.
Totally. Getting to setting up your kit, and we talked about lighting up your bass drum. What about that bass drum head?
The bass drum head, man, clean it up. I've got a bass drum where I gotta confess, a friend of mine pointed out recently that when I take my bass drum in and out of my case, I would smooch it. And the problem is that there ended up being some smooch marks. And so when you see the pictures, you can see all the, man, I had to get to clean it. If you don't have the front of it with a specific logo, or we were talking about another thing you could do is cover the bass drum head with your band's logo. Costs about $100 almost anywhere. And you can put any design you want on the front. What would you like to see on your bass drum head? Now you can do that.
Exactly, and it's the easiest way to advertise your band. It's the easiest way to get your kit to stand out. And even if you're sharing a kit, a lot of times you go to venues and you're sharing a kit, you can easily just change the reso head. It takes a couple minutes to do. And like Chip was saying, for anywhere around $100, you can get a custom bass drum head. Remo does it. There's a websites out there like Drum Art, I believe, does it as well. There are plenty of options out there for you, but you do it once and you keep that head for a long time. I know bands that'll do it for an album. They'll put their album art on the bass drum head. Some will just put like a saying on there. Some will have their name on there. Whatever it is that's unique, but it instantly changes the look of the bass drum and the look of the whole kit just with the one head.
Yeah, some people out there might be thinking, you know what, Dave, I don't have an extra $100 to make a head happen. Well, I would say, okay, would you have some Windex and some paper towels? You know, come on, man, clean it up, clean it up.
And if you have a black reso head, just get some white electrical tape and put something on there that's, you know, your band name and
especially if you're punk rock, that can be a whole cool thing by itself.
Exactly, especially if you're punk rock. But these are just some ideas to set up your kit a little bit different.
I think we're talking about being aware of what it looks like. Again,
exactly.
Think about what you look like.
Exactly. And so to recap, make sure nothing is obstructing the view from the audience and you, cymbals in mind. Make sure the cymbals are set up at a nice height where you can exaggerate your motions. There you go. There you are there. Make sure that you have some lights on your kit, or if you don't want, that's fine, but think about the opportunity of putting lights on your kit. Lastly, bass drum head. Put a nice logo on there, put some art on there, clean it up.
Clean it up.
Because that's what people see from the stage.
Yep, that's it.
And again, too, guys, if you have any other suggestions, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but hopefully this helped you out. We'll see you in the next lesson where we're going to talk about actually performing with showmanship.